All right, guys. Let me clean my camera. Okay, let me clean my camera. This is another event space video, guys. Thank you so much for watching my channels and my videos, because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate you. And this video, guys, is about why most event spaces fail in their first year. Let's face it, some don't even make it a couple months. So this is what this video is going to be about. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zia, Build the Business You Love, and I teach people how to start their event space businesses, right? I've owned 4 event space businesses in the past, and now I just teach people how to get them up and running. And for those of the business event spaces that are in trouble, I help them to try to get out in trouble. Hopefully they don't contact me after it's too late. Okay, I also have a course, guys, that teaches people how to start, operate, and manage an event space business and do it the right way. We're not cutting any corners. I want you to see the real, okay? Because a lot of people out there are just showing you the pretty. I want to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this video is kind of an ugly video, right? It's kind of a video that talks about the negative side of starting an event space, how it can fail. And it's something that you guys fear. Let's be real. You fear starting a business, telling everybody about the business, and everybody, you're doing a ribbon cutting, right? You're going through all of the things, everyone knows about it, your family, and then you fear that it doesn't work out, that it fails. If that's you, come on over here, because I am talking to you, right? Because I get it, I understand, right? Things are not all that they're cracked up to be, okay? And a lot of stuff is swept underneath the rug, but we are uncovering the rug. We're pulling the rug straight wide open, okay? We're busting it wide open. All right, so the first one, guys, is the first reason why a lot of event spaces fail in the first year is because they didn't have the proper business structure to begin with. They didn't have all the things they needed to start. They were such in a rush to start, and seeing people tell them that all they needed was to look into a window and to sign a lease, and they didn't do the proper stuff that they needed to do. So now here you are starting up an event space with no proper structure, no EIN, no LLC, nothing to protect you. You can't even open up a business bank account, okay? And it makes it so much harder to do all kinds of things, like take transactions. It makes it more difficult for your landlord to take you seriously. It just makes it more difficult to do stuff like finding funding and tax write-offs, right? And you're not going to really be taken seriously by anybody because you're not legitimate. And people have to get out of their head that they're just renting a room. You're actually running a business. So you're not just renting a room, you're running a business. Okay, and getting started, they also don't have enough capital to hold them over during that first rough period. Those first couple months are rough. And it could be even rougher if you haven't started your marketing strategies before you even get started, right? To get that ball rolling. So ideally, you want to start getting bookings as you're finishing everything up, but you know that you're able to open. It's that little window right there. Because you don't want to be taking money and then have to give money back because you haven't been inspected yet, or you haven't gotten your permit yet, or you haven't completed your C of O yet, right? It has to make sense all the way around. So timing is very important. So that whole envelope of information about setting up your business properly and understanding all of the things you need to structure it properly and having everything that you need to get started is so important. And in my course, guys, I show you how to do this. I show you how to make sure you have the right amount of money that you're going to need and how to figure that out, how to structure your business properly, and position it for funding. The next reason why businesses fail, event-based businesses fail in the first year, is because they don't have their systems right. And they start to get burnt out. Like when you light a match and it's burning, that's how you start to feel, like that match is going down and you're struggling for dear life. Because a lot of us, we have that 9 to 5, and we're doing this during our 5 to 9s, and then we're doing this on the weekends, obviously, because that's when most of the parties happen, and now we got to go back to work, and it's just endless cycle, and we haven't set up the right systems to make it make sense for us. So it's important, guys, for you guys to understand automation systems and understanding how you can make your life easier with automations and systems, okay? So I show you step by step how to do that. Nobody wants to be running around like a chicken with their head cut off, not knowing yesterday from today and the day after. Because it's going to feel like one big long day, okay? And you're going to feel like that day just needs to end. And this is not the type of business that you intended on starting. We intended on starting businesses that make us feel good, that we can show to our friends that, you know, we're proud of. But it can easily turn into something that you are exhausted from, okay? And you don't know how to manage, and you have lost control. So I teach you guys the power of automations and what automations can do for you. And no matter what type of system that you use, they all pretty much do the same thing into working smarter, not harder, and helping you in your flow, making that easier. Number three is poor location and poor marketing plan, and just not marketing at all, and not wanting to put yourself out there, and not saying no. All of those things. So here you are, you just found this awesome commercial space, and you're like, yeah, this could work. Yeah, the landlord is saying yes, but you really didn't vet out this property. You didn't really see what goes into the transformation from getting it from where it looks like right now to getting it to where you need it to look like, so somebody could actually book it for their baby shower. And you out here depending on word of mouth and foot traffic in order for you to make bookings, and you're discovering that it is way more than that. Because posting flyers and just hoping and putting up a sign and wishing is not a way for you to get marketing. It's not a way for you to get bookings. That's not what people are going to feed off of and run to you for. And that's not how you're going to attract your audience. Because people have to know that you exist, right? Visibility matters, right? Marketing matters. Branding matters, right? When you are thinking about branding, I always tell people, think about the cattle, right? When you brand a cow is to differentiate one person's cow from another farmer's cow, right? It's to say, this is my cow. This is how my cow is going to live. This is where my cow is supposed to be. And that's branding, just differentiating your stuff from someone else's, being able to recognize it, right? So my course has a full marketing and visibility plan, strategy, I should say, in order for you guys to get the outreach that you need before you even start. Like we need to get this ball rolling before you even get started. Number 4. The fourth reason why people fail, guys, is because they run into customer issues. So it's bad customer service. They don't know what to do about contracts. They're like, oh, well, if the customer did this, what do I do? If the customer did that, what do I do? And the truth of the matter is the contract is a living, breathing thing, as I mentioned in the course. Like, as stuff is going to happen, you're going to put that sucker on that contract, okay, so that it doesn't happen again. But the problem is that a lot of us, we don't like to have that conversation with the customer because people don't like to read. So all of these issues just surrounding the contract is a lot of the reasons why people are failing at their events-based businesses, because the contract is what tells people what they can and cannot do, and it tells you what you can and cannot do. The last one, guys, is you've been thinking like a hustler. You coming into this game thinking, oh, it's just going to be a hustle. It's going to be passive. And it's not a hustle, okay? You have to look at yourself like a CEO. You got to stop thinking small and start thinking big, because now you're no longer a consumer. You're a business owner. You're a producer. And it's up to you to stop treating it like a hustle, right? We're not going around selling chains in our trench coats, going like this with what chain you want, right? It's not about that. We are thinking with a more of a CEO mentality. We're treating this like a business. We are making sure that we are growing. We are making sure that we have goals. We are making sure that we have structure. You have to have CEO mindset from the gate. If you don't, you will fail. Anyway, guys, there's so many things in this particular category that I can mention, but that's like the top 5 that I'm telling you about. I am Zia, Build the Business You Love. Be sure to check out my course, the Ultimate Event Space Course 2.0, that teaches you guys how to start, operate, and manage. And like I tell people, it's about you. It's about understanding what you want and the type of business that you want to start, right? And if you get the course and you decide, hey, this business is not for me, that's okay. I would rather you spend this couple dollars here than you spend 40, 50, 60,000 in the end. Be sure to follow me. Love you guys. Later.